This is why we have to be careful the kind of friends we keep. So this young lady, 23-year-old Seth Njeri, left her home on the 12th of October 2024 to go and visit a friend in Biafra estate in another neighborhood, a female friend. And while she was there, it was said that Seth was in constant communication with her mother, who is a known politician in Kenya. Seth is the only child of her mother, which is why they were so close. For the 2 days she spent there, every single day she spoke with her mom. Even while planning on coming back, she told her mom to send her money to buy meat, so when she gets back home, she would prepare food. The mother did not think much of it. She just went about her day, went about her work. However, 2 days later, on the 14th of October 2024, the mother tried calling her daughter, but Seth wouldn't take her calls. She didn't think too much of it. She just felt maybe she was, probably busy and hanging out with her friends. It was not until in the evening of the 14th of October that a relative called her and told her that someone had used her daughter's phone. Someone had used Seth's phone to inform them that Seth was dead. This was how Seth's mother got to find out about her daughter's passing. It was a difficult pill for the woman to swallow. Even for the fact that she had her sister and her husband around her, she would have passed too upon hearing the news of her daughter's death. Immediately, she paid a visit to the Seth friend to find out what had happened. According to the narrative, Seth's friend claimed that yes, Seth did come to visit her and Seth was in her house for a day. However, the next day, this Seth friend went to run an errand, leaving Seth alone in the house, only for her to come back in the evening and realize that her house had been broken into and everywhere had been scattered as though there was a fight, and Seth was lying dead. The friend also was the one who facilitated her body to be taken to a hospital where it was eventually taken to a mortuary. More observation on the apartment where she stayed. It was learned that this apartment is a one-bedroom apartment in an apartment block with other tenants. It seemed like it's some kind of suburb, some kind of ghetto in a way where at least they believed that the houses and the apartments were close to each other. So whatever may have happened in this house where Seth was killed, someone would have heard something. Unfortunately for the police and unfortunately for Seth's mother, all the neighbors in that compound claimed they did not hear anything, nor did they see anything. A few things that was strange according to the mother that is making people suspect that this Seth friend knew what may have happened to Seth is the fact that the apartment where Seth was killed that belonged to the friend was a little bit different from the apartment this Seth friend used to make her TikTok videos. Where Seth was killed, that is believed to be her friend's house, was not exactly consistent with the location this Seth friend usually used to make her TikTok videos and take pictures, and it made them doubt whether or not she even lived there. And the other thing that was also strange was that at the mortuary where this girl had gone to deposit her friend's body, which is Seth's body, it was deposited as an unknown person, almost as though the body was found in the street, which was strange to the police and also strange to the mother because you are a friend, so you knew her. Why is her body being tagged as unknown when you could have just told the people at the hospital her name? An autopsy was conducted on Seth, which showed that she was sexually assaulted and then strangled. It was also noticed that while she was being sexually assaulted, her nose and mouth were covered. Seth's mother believed that Seth's friend was probably involved with a group of drug dealers or was some kind of a pimp who provides girls for other guys to sleep with. And that may have been part of her plan, or she may have been paid to bring Seth around the neighborhood where it would be easy for them to assess her. Because the truth is, if this said friend lived in that apartment, whoever came into the apartment to assault and kill Seth knew she was there. Because you've a female friend and you've been living in that apartment. So these people are not just going from door to door to rape anybody. Otherwise, other people in the neighborhood or in the compound or in the complex would have had an experience of people attempting to break into their house. But the killer or killers of Seth Njeri knew where they were coming to and knew who they were coming for. A mobile phone was not stolen. Seth's car was also still parked outside the compound, which meant that these people did not come to steal. They only came to sexually assault her and kill her. And I've always said this, if somebody or if a woman is sexually assaulted and then killed, it's most likely because whoever did it is known to her. And that is why most people are suspecting her ex-boyfriend. They believe the ex-boyfriend got wind of where she was, or they believe the ex-boyfriend knew that she was at her friend's house. Maybe they had made a TikTok video or posted it on her story or something. Or maybe the said friend was the one who informed the ex-boyfriend that, hey, the girl will be here. Remember, she's a politician's daughter. So in her own house, she's a lot more secure and more safe there. Maybe this was all a plot to lure her out of her protective zone into a ghetto neighborhood where she will be a lot more vulnerable. And the friend living at the exact time and hour to where these criminals had enough time to do what they wanted to do. Why was it exactly the time she left the house that this happened? It's hard not to believe that this friend knows something. It's hard not to believe so. Fortunately, she has not been named as a suspect. She's helping the police in their investigation. She's a woman, so they would not suspect her as being the one who may have forcefully raped her. If the friend was a man, the man would have probably been like the first suspect. But since Seth's friend is a woman, she has been kept only as a person of interest. Although Seth's friend claimed that her own ex-boyfriend and current boyfriend both have keys to our apartment. So I don't know if that is her saying that they should look into her boyfriends too, but you never can tell. I, however, understand that it could be anybody. But one thing I strongly believe is that she most likely is aware. There's a chance she isn't, but it's hard not to see that she may have known. It's such an unfortunate incident for this young woman who just wanted to leave her home, where I can imagine she has been locked and protected all the time, and wanted to just have fun with her friends. You know, one of those people who makes friends with people who are not as wealthy or privileged as them, but want to show that, oh, see, I'm just like you, I'm regular, I'm not bougie, I can stay in your ghetto apartment, in your one-bedroom apartment, I'm not going to judge. And then this happens. It's unfortunate. I believe that the police would start looking into all her exes and even the exes of her friend and see who, you know, most likely would have been the most possible person to have done this. I mean, if she was sexually assaulted, if there was a sample inside of her, maybe the person left a few of their DNA, it could be easy. Take the fluids and check all the three boys involved, Seth's exes, the friend's ex, and the friend's current boyfriend. And that may probably help find who did this. Seth was said to have been buried on the 29th of October, and the police are still on their investigation. I personally feel that with Kenyan police, there is hope that the killers would be found, given that the mother is also a politician. So I'm sure she will mount a lot of pressure on the police. And in no time, we might have a suspect and a possible reason or motive or even enough evidence to prove that whoever did it was the one who did it.